Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. So today we're going to be doing the world predictions for June 2025. You guys already know my name is El Nino. I do world predictions, I do story times, and I also do tarot readings on celebrities, places, missing persons. If you guys have a particular request, comment down below. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. It helps put me out there more. So yeah, welcome in guys. How do y'all like my new little weave? I still have my blonde hair under this, but I wanted to try out a new color to see how it would look if I was to actually dye my hair. So this color, and I like it. So we're gonna get started with the world predictions. Today is May 31st, 2025. Tomorrow is June 1st. Can y'all believe it? Child, it has been a minute. But I wanted to briefly talk about, again, these are going to be few predictions I'm going to mention. I have many more to come. I had already done a part one prior to this. If you guys can go check it out, I would definitely appreciate it. And yeah, let's keep the love going. Let's keep the support going. So today there was an earthquake, and I had mentioned this in my last predictions that Japan was going to have an earthquake either by the end of this month going into June. And somebody had sent me a post. It was a 6.1, which is interesting. Now, if you guys don't remember, and I'll mention it again, that I saw that there was going to be a lot of earthquakes around Japan, China, parts of Asia. And I said there was going to be a lot of double quakes happening around the world. So places like Asia, USA, Australia, Europe. And I don't know if you guys noticed, and I noticed this when I was picking up the energy last time, that a lot of earthquakes were going to start to be happening around certain specific dates, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sundays. So certain major earthquakes, also double quakes happening around those certain days. I don't know why, but it was very interesting. Now, I did want to talk about more earthquakes that I see, and I still see there's going to be a lot of earthquakes hitting, like I said, parts of Asia. Japan is still going to have a bigger earthquake. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a double earthquake after this one that we had today, honestly. So don't be surprised if you have one coming up later on today, tomorrow, this week, this coming week. There could be a big earthquake coming up in Japan. I also do see China will have massive earthquakes. This could be around Shanghai, Beijing. This one could be about a 6.3. I don't think this one's going to be a big earthquake, but it's definitely going to be, very significant. And I also do see there's going to be many earthquakes in places that we didn't expect to. So even places in the United States, like places like Montana, could have an earthquake around a 5 point. I want to say like a 4.7 to a 5.1. What stood out to me was the East Coast was New York. Could be New York City or around New York City. Could also be a state close to New York City, like maybe Pennsylvania, New Jersey. But I feel like if it's not in New York City, it will be felt around New York. Okay? And if it's in New York, it'll be felt in Pennsylvania, and it looks like it could be felt in Philadelphia. So if it's not in New York City, it could be around Philadelphia, but I feel strong connection to New York. So there's going to be an earthquake this month. I don't feel this one's going to cause significant damages. However, a lot of people are going to, of course, talk about it on the news because it's definitely not common. Also do see there's going to be a potential school pow incident in the US. This could be around a graduation, like a graduation ceremony. Okay, hopefully this isn't it. Hopefully doesn't come into fruition. Hopefully this is just someone who's thinking about it but doesn't do it. But I feel like this could be around possibly a high school graduation, possibly middle school, but I feel more high school. And I feel like this could be around a graduation ceremony day. So this could be either around or right before school ends. Um, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But I just got the energy very strongly. Okay. Now, also prediction I see is there's going to be a huge wildfires in Canada, and I feel like there's something about the native populations in Canada that are going to be needing assistance from local Canadian people. So there's going to be like protest, and there's going to be something about alliances with these native people. This could even be due to some type of wildfire destroying maybe certain reservations in Canada. Hopefully that's not the case, but I was getting a very hot energy in Canada. And I'm in Los Angeles, y'all, and it is very hot here. I'm sweating right now as we speak. So I see that. So there's going to be a lot of heat waves also coming up in the USA, Europe, Asia, Africa, sweltering heat waves. And I also do feel like there's going to be power outages um, due to these heat waves. Okay, but I'll talk about that in a minute. The next prediction I see is a ship being taken over by hostages. So this could be like piracy, basically. And I feel like this could happen around the Mediterranean Sea. All right. Also, there's going to be a small plane crash hitting a major dam in the USA. I don't think there's going to be any survivors. Okay. I also do see that another prediction is I see that there's going to be a naval ship incident in the South China Sea. So this could be between two ships. I feel like this could be around possibly, like I said, South China, around the Philippines. There might be some rivalry with two military vessels. One could be the Philippines, the other one could be China, possibly even Taiwan and China as well, what came to my mind, okay? Also do see there's going to be a hurricane/hurricane-like weather hitting the Caribbean, okay? And I feel like this could be possibly a category 2. And this could hit around places like Puerto Rico, Cuba, the DR, Jamaica, Haiti. A lot of places are going to experience also power outages in those countries, possibly due to this, but also there's going to be a lot of heat and water shortages and food shortages in those countries. So we're going to hear about that. Very interesting. It's very sad, actually. Missing Canadian children remains found. Hopefully that's not the case, but I do feel like they're going to find potentially Jack and Lily, find them this month or next month, but it looks like it might be the remains or remains of one of them, okay? Hopefully they survive. Hopefully I'm wrong, but you know. Hey guys, so sorry about that. So another interesting prediction I see is there's going to be a lot of strange lights coming from underwater. So like really strange bright lights, and it's going to be all over the news coming from like the ocean water. And I feel like this could tie into UFOs. There's going to also be things rising from the water. It looks like it'll be like some type of spacecraft or some type of balls of light that are going to shock a lot of people. And I do feel like there's going to be a lot of things underwater that are going to be shining. Like there's going to be like, it's like a light show type of thing. So expect to see that. And I feel like this could happen around the Mediterranean seas off the coast of Asia. And also I want to say the Atlantic Ocean as well. There could be sightings of these things pretty much all over the world. And I also do get something about around Italy, so the Mediterranean Sea. There's also going to be a new city discovery underwater. So they're going to find out that there was people living underwater, or there was a civilization, and which is going to be very interesting. I also do see mega power outages hitting the USA, parts of, like I said, Europe, so like the UK, Italia, Spain, Portugal again. Also do see Berlin, Germany, Budapest, Romania, parts of, like I said, Glasgow, Scotland, Italy, if I didn't say it already. There's also going to possibly be power outages around the Vatican City. Very interesting. Something could happen around the Vatican City as well. Yeah, it could be around power outages. And I also do see that there could be some type of bomb attack in Italy. Could be considered a terroristic attack, is what I see. Sorry, when I keep going back and forth like this, it's because I'm channeling. Okay, so I'm channeling a lot of information right now. Yeah. Also, parts of South America will experience power outages and a lot of heat waves. It's going to be very hot. So, like Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Paraguay. Some parts of cities, like Sao Paulo, will have like certain parts of the city will be completely out, while others will have electricity, which is really interesting. And some of these power outages will last a few days, like around 3 to 5 days around South America and even parts of Europe. Okay. I also do see parts of Asia will have power outages. Like I said, Japan, Tokyo, Shanghai, China will have power outages. Beijing, China, power outages. I also do see that there's going to be a big power outage in Singapore, a big city in Singapore. Australia, Sydney, Australia, Queensland, parts of New Zealand. I said the Vatican, Italy. I also do see, yeah, I see like a lot of power outages hitting a lot of places around the world, all across America. Los Angeles, where I live, there's going to be power outages, mainly in Southern California, what I said before. So San Diego, Los Angeles, and there's also going to be a big fire in Los Angeles. I'm not sure if this is like a forest fire or wildfire, but it looks like a big fire. It looks like it'd be around a building or a or a building. And if it happens around a car, the car could catch flames and it could hit a building. But I see a big fire. This could also be due to protests. But this one kind of feels like a possibly terroristic attack, or this feels purposeful, is what I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah. I've seen like smoke. Smoke, 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 smoke. Hopefully it's not a plane. Hey, hopefully it's not a plane that hits a building in LA. Imagine that. But you never know. June has been so crazy. I mean, the world has been crazy, especially. Man, oh man. So literally my little wireless thing battery died, so I had to take it off, disconnect it. But the show must go on, so hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. That's funny. We're talking about outages, and then that happens. And I did also mention network outages as well, like carriers with like T-Mobile in my other video, Verizon, AT&T. So US network outages, also network outages in Europe, Australia, and also Asia. Okay, so phone outages, phones glitching, phones acting funny. And yeah, also do see there's going to be a massive power outage hitting Washington, D.C. And there's going to be potentially the White House could possibly experience power grid issues, which could result in a power outage, okay? I see a lot of government buildings across the United States, also across the world, that will experience power outages, issues with electricity, and things going off, okay? I also got this could even be cyber attack related. Some of these places will be cyber attack related. Others will just be issues with power grids, okay? But, we know the government also, they're going to say certain things to the media that, how we already know. I also do see this is a very weird prediction, something about where Diddy is located. Wherever he's located right now, whatever jail, prison he's in, there might be like some issues with power outages where he's at, or the power grid in the place may like shut down. Now, with this, if this does happen in certain prisons across America and the world, this could also, of course, issue inmates to escape. So expect certain prisoners in America, certain prisons in the world, especially around like Europe, South America, could escape due to these also power outages and also certain natural disasters that happen. So expect that as well. Something about the El Salvador prison too. There might be a power outage that happens, or some type of earthquake or some type of natural disaster that could result in inmates escaping. We'll see. That just came to me. I see in the month of June, there's going to be a lot of amusement park accidents / incidences. Some of these will be accidents, others will be fatalities. And I feel like this could happen around the USA. So a lot of carnivals, places like Disneyland, Disney World, Six Flags, even small carnivals could experience malfunctions with rides. And I don't know why I see like a ride catching flames in a carnival, like a ride that goes up in flames due to the electricity grids as well. So this could be like some type of electrical issue. And I also do see that, and I said it last time in my other prediction video, I saw that there was going to be a water park, and I feel like this could be like a Disney water park. So this could be one in Florida, that there could be like a person that passes away due to some type of drowning or due to some type of issues with some type of like issue with like some ride here is what I'm seeing. But I think it's about drowning. Also do see there's going to be a couple that passes away in a roller coaster accident, either in Japan or China. And even around the USA, you guys are going to start to see a lot of couples passing away on rides. It almost kind of feels like a Final Destination type of vibe, which is kind of crazy and kind of creepy. But expect to see that. There's going to be a massive cyber attack in the USA where there's going to be a breach of government privacies, okay? This definitely could be a terrorist attack. Yeah. So I also do see there's going to be spikes of gold and silver prices going up, okay? Also do see there's going to be a recall with like possibly a smartwatch or a wearable device that could be linked to privacy breaches. So basically hackings, and also could be related to certain health issues to those that wear it. So that's going to be recalled basically. Last one is P. Diddy. And I don't see Diddy winning. Like I've been telling you guys before, Diddy will lose his case. But people have been asking me, is Trump going to pardon Diddy? Not right now. I feel like Diddy is going to definitely lose his case. And I do think Diddy's going to spend jail time. I did predict that he definitely could have thoughts of either offing himself, or he actually can do it. He will do it. And if he doesn't, per se, let's just say hypothetically, he doesn't, Trump then could talk up to him in the future and they could talk about maybe some type of conversation. So there's potential for him to be pardoned down the line. But I also feel like Diddy could potentially off himself before that could happen, okay? Because he's going to definitely serve time, and I do feel like he's not going to be happy with the outcome, and I feel like he is going to, he's going to feel like he wants to go home. So we're going to see what happens, but these are my predictions for June 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will continue on with more, and I'll see you guys later.